Today's video is brought to you by the Ridge wallet, ridge.com/PIMPNITE. The Ridge is a quality, minimalistic front pocket product designed to upgrade from the old, bulky wallet. The Ridge is slim, RFID blocking, holds up to 12 cards and room for cash. It also has over 30,000 5-star reviews. The Ridge wallet comes in a whole range of styles, including carbon fiber, forged carbon, titanium, and many other styles to suit your needs. Ridge also offers other great accessories like phone cases, bags, mobile charging, knives, and a lot of other great quality products. Take advantage of the free shipping so you can get it fast, free returns if you don't like it, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/PIMPNITE. That's right, ridge.com/PIMPNITE, and use code PIMPNITE, link in the description. Thanks Ridge for the channel sponsor and to all those who have purchased their products. What's up YouTube? For today's video, where we follow Pokemon Move Evolution Team. These are all about Pokemon that evolve and actually require a move to evolve, which is pretty cool, like Piloswine to Mamoswine with Ancient Power. Now I'm back from my holiday, people. It was a good little break there, about for a week. And the only bad thing is I do have a little bit of a cold. I'm just nearly getting over it, so my voice may be a little bit fuzzy this video, so hope you can put up with that one. And let's get into the video. We got 2 battles today, and this is actually a really fun team to actually do. The first battle we have, these were on my Twitch. If you want to check my Twitch streams out, link in the description. This one was against Pixion here, and he's got a pretty cool team. So we got an Umbreon lead here. Now, what I did right with all 6 Pokemon, I made sure I gave them the move they actually had for the evolution. So in this case, Sudowoodo was giving Mimic, so I gave it Protect and Mimic to start off with, right, and 2 other attacking moves. Now, usually with this Sudowoodo, right, I went for Protect to see what the opponent was going to do, as in moves, and then I could, like, copy their move with Mimic, and then I could maybe use the move against them. In this case, we got a Mud Slap, so I was like, oh, okay, Mud Slap, and then the Umbreon is going to use Zap Cannon. Zap Cannon is going to get Mimic from my Sudowoodo, only on PIMPNITE's channel, people, and we're going to have a Zap Cannon Sudowoodo hacker exposed here. So we got Zap Cannon, Wood Hammer, Head Smash, and Protect. Not a bad set, you know, not a bad set there. So we got max health and max attack here, obviously for my physical moves, but this Zap Cannon is going to be wild, people. I'm going to be able to, like, paralyze stuff if I can land it right. So my accuracy is going to get dropped there, which is really not going to help using a Zap Cannon because it's got very low accuracy of 50 already. So my chances of landing Zap Cannon are very slim in this matchup. Or they're already fairly slim as it is. So the Umbreon here, it's going to be a special set with Work Up. It's going to be setting up on me heavily. I really wanted to use the move, like the Mimic to move. I really want to make, like with these sets, right, I want to try and make use of the move that they had for the evolution as much as humanly possible, or, you know, if it was possible in the battle, right. So I thought, I've got to get some damage on Umbreon, right, because it's quite a bulky Pokemon, and I got a Head Smash off, which is fairly surprising too, because, you know, I did have a -1 in actually, and it's not 100% actually move itself. So this Umbreon's trying to fire some Zap Cannons off of me. It hasn't even connected one yet. So I'm going to go for Wood Hammer. That is going to miss. And now Umbreon is finally going to land a Zap Cannon against my Sudowoodo. Does a lot of damage. And of course, when you get hit by Zap Cannon, you always get paralyzed. Now, the item I ran on my Sudowoodo here was the Citrus Berry. And the ability I gave my Sudowoodo was Rockhead. So I'd have no recall damage from moves like Wood Hammer and Head Smash. Unfortunately, the Wood Hammer fails to take out the Umbreon. And I'm going to go for Zap Cannon. I thought, this is appropriate. It's only got a little bit of health left, right? If I can somehow pull this off, this will be amazing. But, you know, the odds are really stacked against me here. So the Umbreon's going for another Zap Cannon. It actually only landed 1. I think that's like the 5th Zap Cannon here. It's only connected 1 of them. So Sudowoodo somehow gets through all that and lands a Zap Cannon, and Umbreon is going to go down with the move that I mimicked. I mean, I'd be salty if that was me, right? Because not only did I get around all those accuracy drops, right? The paralyze, everything. I can't believe they actually land him. So the next Pokemon is the Umbreon, and you might have guessed it, people, it is a full Umbreon team. So we got these Umbreons, and they're going to be thick, right? So I'm thinking right here, should I just go for a Head Smash, or maybe I should go for a Zap Cannon again? So this is going to be a physical Umbreon with Sucker Punch there, all the way from Gen 4, and Head Smash is going to miss. Go get this, guys. I can land a Zap Cannon, but I can't land my own stab move. So now we've got another Sucker Punch here on the Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is not going to go down, and Zap Cannon is going to miss, unfortunately. I mean, I did my best work there with the first Umbreon. I was very lucky to take it out, so I'm not going to complain. I got some really crazy luck there, at the start of the battle. So now I'm thinking, should I swap out here? But it's already paralyzed. It's not going to outspeed a Flea, and, I'm just going to let it faint, right? So the Umbreon's going to go for a third Sucker Punch, and my Sudowoodo is going to go down. Unfortunately, I didn't have any, status moves, so I couldn't really get around the Sucker Punch, right? So next Pokemon is the Serena, and this is interesting evolution, right? It actually requires Stomp to evolve it from Steenie, which is, I don't know, I just find that funny, because when you look at Serena's legs, right, I don't think he actually has feet. I'm not sure. Look at those feet. They're basically legs. I don't know. They're like ballerina. It's sort of like a ballerina leg. Do you know how they stand on the toes and that sort of thing? I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm talking about right now. So I went for a T dance here, and the idea with this set, right, is to confuse the opponent and actually use Stomp against them and, get around them. So this Umbreon is definitely Choice Scarf. That's how I got outsped. So they are Choice Scarf, Sucker Punch, and Queenly Majesty is obviously going to get around that, right? So this Umbreon is completely walled. The only way for it to actually do anything would be to swap out. So Umbreon is going to get owned, and Umbreon is going to get owned. And the next Pokemon that's coming here is another Umbreon called Scumbreon. I mean, I knew there'd be, I kind of had a feeling when it was the Umbreon team in the preview that one of them would have been called Scumbreon, right? It's a good nickname, I got to admit that. So this set obviously runs with a little bit of hacks here too from Nature Power. Now, I was trying to hope if I could get some, mostly a Paralyzed, and then I could get the Confusion going, and then the chance of Stomp actually flinching all at one time. It was a very high risk of it actually happening too, and especially when they bring in a special Umbreon with a Life Orb, and it actually does a lot of damage with the Dank Pulse there. It was actually a crit too, so I cannot probably leave any other special attack from this Umbreon, even though its special attack isn't very good. So I was like, let's go for the damage on Stomp, right? So somehow, I feel like when Serena uses Stomp, right, it's more like, what's the word? Maybe it's not like a foot hitting Umbreon. It's more like it's more like a leg impaling the Umbreon. I don't know, like a javelin or something. Someone better explain Serena's feed in the comments. Actually, don't worry about explaining that comment section. So we're going to go for another stop there, and Scumbreon actually fails to take me out with the Weather Ball here, which is kind of nice. Weather Ball looks so awesome, and it's awesome on the Umbreon. All these Umbreons sort of had different moves from different generations. So down goes my Serena, unfortunately there, but it's only on a little bit of health. I can send something in against it. So we're going to be sending in the Mamoswine here. So obviously Mamoswine's evolution is all based around having the move Ancient Power. So I thought, okay, let's move probably like a special attacking Mamoswine and see if we can get some luck here. So we're going to be going for the Ancient Power, hoping for a boost, and Scumbreon is going to go down. It's good to take out Scumbreon, guys. So we've taken out 2 Umbreon so far. However, we lost my Mimicking Sudowoodo and my Stomping Serena. Why does it get stomped for? So the next Pokemon that's coming is the Umbreon. Now, we've seen this before, right? This is a Choice Scarf one. So what are they going to do? Now they're going to go for Retaliate. Retaliate is absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, even with the power boost of the KO'd Pokemon, Umbreon's attack is, it's garbage, right? So it's not going to do lots and lots of damage. Plus, Mamoswine's kind of thick too. It's also got thick fat. So the other moves are just stab moves like Blizzard and that sort of thing. I just wanted to make sure I had Ancient Power on this set, right? So Umbreon is Choice Scarf. It can't do anything but Retaliate. So I guess there's not a lot of point of actually swapping it there. Blizzard does some pretty good damage there, and I've got Freeze Drive from Water types and Earth Power and stuff like that. Man, look at the size of Mamoswine's tail. It's freaking huge. So we got another Retaliate there. I think it's going to be out maybe 3 more hits to take me out. I'm going to be going for a second Blizzard here, and the second Blizzard actually hits. So I was kind of, happy about that. And Umbreon finally gets owned. It only took like half the battle. So the next Pokemon is Umbreon, and this time it's not shiny. And as soon as I seen the non-shiny one, I'm thinking, I've got a good feeling I know what this one is, because I've actually got one myself. So I'm going to go for the Blizzard. It hits like 3 times in a row. I was actually mildly surprised there. And Umbreon is going to have Sing here, so my Mamoswine is going to get put to sleep by Sing. Now, Sing's accuracy is terrible. It's only got 55 accuracy, so, it's pretty good that it actually hit. Now, not only does it have Sing, it's got the item Throat Spray. It's going to boost its special attack. So, okay, another special attacking Umbreon. Now, I didn't really want to swap this out because the rest of my team could probably get put to sleep by Sing. I'm not going to lie, my luck at times was really bad. So I'm going to keep it in there, hoping it wakes up, but it's never going to get woken up, people. It's going to be trapped in Umbreon's Dream Eater for all eternity, man. I don't even know what that will be like, as long as it doesn't involve anything with Serena and using Stomp. So half my team is gone, but I've taken half the Umbreon team out. Next Pokemon on the bat is the Licky. Now, Licky gets a rollout, obviously, for the evolution, and I thought they'd make a rollout set. Now, if rollout was, if I was versing Steel-type Pokemon, I thought that wouldn't be very fun, so I gave it Body Press, and I gave it Explosion as well, in case I really had to, go boom on a bulky opponent, or just get it out of the field. So this set obviously revolved around rollout mostly. So we're going to be going for that defense skill first. And Sing is going to miss, which is really good. So now, obviously, using defense skill, my next rollout is going to have like a big power boost, right? Plus, I'm going to be bulky, and that'll also help out Body Press too. So it's a pretty Galaxy Brain set, right? So this Licky is actually max speed and max attack, and the item is Salak Berry on there too. So Dark Pulse does a fair bit of damage there, and I get flinched. I'm like, man, that really sucks. Should I just go for Body Press here? So I start the rollouts. I wasn't really sure. Now, the next thing is going to miss as well. I mentioned earlier, it's got that terrible, actually. And now Licky is going to be rolling, people. So once you use Roller, you're locked in it until it misses, or, the 5 turns is actually up. So I'm going to miss the next attack there. It's another Sing. I'm going for a second rollout, and now that does a lot of damage. That was actually a critical hit. So the next roller is definitely going to take the Umbreon out, and then Umbreon pulls out the Scumbreon double team. I'm like, okay, well, if rollout misses there, we're going to reset that power all the way from the start. However, Licky manages to hit another rollout, and Umbreon is going to go down. Now, the next 2 rollouts, right, they're going to be really strong, right? Imagine getting hit by a Licky rollout. Would its tongue actually go, like, over its whole body? Like, you actually get hit by, like, a tongue. Right, that'd be crazy. So go for another rollout here, and the next Umbreon just gets one-shotted by crit. I don't know if that one mattered. If it was bulky, like it was very defensive, that sure would have mattered. It still would have hit really, really hard, though. But if it was like, I don't know. I'm not really sure on that build, but I'd say it most definitely mattered. So the last Pokemon is Umbreon again, and I'm into my last rollout, and this has Protect. I'm like, dang it. So obviously, when a move like Protect is used, and you use Rollout, that actually stops the flow of Rollout. So that base power, gets reset there, and you can pick another move too. So I've got Rollout, Defense Curl, Body Press, and Explosion. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go Boom here, because it's their last Pokemon. I've still got 2 remaining, so this should be a pretty good idea. It's already used Protect, so it's probably not going to use it again, so let's go Explosion. Coming off Licky's, stab and base attack, it's pretty strong, right? And the Umbreon managed to live. I'm like, man, it's one of those days. So down goes Licky. You did pretty well, though. Got through a lot of those Umbreon with some crits and stuff. So Umbreon is going to use Toxic, and obviously that's not going to do anything. There's no Pokemon on the field to get poisoned. So it's got Leftovers as the item. I thought, okay, let's go into my Sylveon. So obviously this only needs a Fairy-type move to evolve. That's why I called it Fairy move, right? So on this set, we got Misty Explosion, Misty Terrain, Echo Voice, and Mystical Fire. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do first, right, I'm going to finish this with a bang, right? So I went for the Misty Terrain. I was too scared to go for Misty Explosion right up in case I went for Protect again. And unfortunately, I could have gone away with it there too. Now the Umbreon, right, unfortunately for me, is going to use Wish. I'm like, oh, I could have finished it earlier on. So once again, with these sets, right, I really wanted to try and use the move that made them evolve, right, if I had to. So that was sort of the challenge of this team. So now I've got to use Misty Explosion. I've got to take this out, but I can't, right, because if I go for Misty Explosion, there's a good chance they're going to use Protect. So I don't want to do that. I'll just go for Echoed Voice right now. The ability on this one was Pixelate as well. Max Health and Max Special Attack. So as I thought, the Umbreon is going to go for Protect, and Misty Explosion, I would have taken myself out there. So now the next turn, I can go for a Misty Explosion, on the Umbreon, and that's going to do some pretty good damage, right? I'm thinking it'll definitely take it out. So under the Misty Terrain, it does get a power boost too. And coming off Sylveon's big special attack, it's going to be doing a lot of damage there. So it did tank the explosion, so I'm thinking this should definitely take it out. They go for a second Protector. I'm glad that one didn't work. I'm going to go for a Misty Explosion here. And that's like 2 explosions in one battle. This time it's a big old pink explosion. And the freaking Umbreon lives again. Oh, man, it lived an explosion, then it lived a Misty Explosion. What's going on now? So my last Pokemon has to take it out. It only has a little bit of health left, and I do have a type advantage here, which is good. So my last Pokemon here is the Graplock. Now, it actually gets taught to actually evolve it, which is kind of nice. And the other moves I gave were Power Up Punch, Soak, and Drain Punch. It had Technician as the ability. Max Health and Max Defense here, and we got the
Marangaberry if it gets hit by a special attacking move. It's like a really bulky set. So, obviously, we got the Umbreon. We both haven't even Dynamax yet. I just went for a Power-Up Punch. I knew there's no point going for, like, a Dynamax, because any of my moves are going to be able to take the Umbreon out, right? Now, this Graplock isn't very fast, so there was a chance Umbreon could actually outspeed me here. It's not going to get too much health back there from the Dynamax, but, you know, it's fine. I was pretty confident I can live any move this has. So it's going to be a Max Darkness. Now, as soon as I see Max Darkness, I'm thinking it probably had something like Foul Play. Judging on what set they were using, right? It was, you know, Wish, Protect, and Foul Play, right? So that's going to drop my special defense. Not that it really matters too much. I'm going to go for a Drain Punch, and that is the final Umbreon down. Finally, like, it lived 2 explosions. I hope you people enjoyed this battle. It's really cool. I always love versing these Steam teams, like 6 of the same Pokemon. You get to see some really creative sets. I like to do them myself. Alright, I thank you for that battle, Pixion, and we're going to be getting on to the second battle. I really need a drink of water right now. Man, I hate these colds. I sort of like restrict your voice. So, the next battle we have today, this one was against Mr. Gusson, and once again, he's got a really cool team as well. Now, I do have another 2 to 3 theme teams lined up in the next few days as well. Hopefully I'll be able to narrate. Like, I was actually going to narrate all 3 of them today, but this is like, judging on this is probably the only one I'm going to be able to narrate. So, the first Pokemon we got here is the Zigzagoon. I'm going to go for that Stomp again with my Magical No Feet, and Citrus Berry is going to kick in. So, I'm like, okay, is this going to have... I was wondering if it's going to have Belly Drum or anything like that, but I'm thinking, if they got Belly Drum, which they do, like, they can't use Extreme Speed because I've got Queenly Majesty, so that's going to actually get me around them. Now, I wasn't really sure whether they were going to go for it. You know, it's a common ability this Pokemon actually has, and they're obviously going for another move, so down goes Zigzagoon. I wonder what the Zigzagoon was going to do there. I'll be kind of curious. Now, this Pokemon... This was the most annoying Pokemon I had to face in a fairly long amount of time. So we got the Luxray. I'm going to swap this out because it has dropped my attack, so Stomp will be doing, you know, even less damage than it already was doing at the start. So into my Graplock now, it's going to be go for a Thunder Wave. So like, okay, that's fine. I can at least go for Power Punch, and I can just Drain Punch this thing off. And I could go for Taunt as well, because this could have some status moves. And I was like, it does have a status move. It's got Thunder Wave, and it's got Swagger. So Parafusion right off the bat there. Okay, fine. I probably need to get a Taunt off against the things that can't do that, you know, in the future. So I'm going to get Paralyzed. I mean, okay, that's fine. That's, you know, that's how it is. The next one is Thunder Wave. So they're going to try and flinch me. So they got Stab and the chance of flinching with Thunder Fang too. So a pretty scummy, clever set there. I do get the Taunt off. I'll wiggle my hand, and Luxray is going to have to attack me for a couple of turns now, which is good. So the next move they're going to use is Thunder Fang. I think that's their only attacking move at this stage. I'm thinking maybe they've got, like, one other status move. And I get that Power-Up Punch off, which is really good. I was thinking about going for a Drain Punch there, but I was like, nah, I should be able to get around this. 1 Power-Up Punch, 1 Drain Punch, you know, Luxray should be down. Now, this Luxray is definitely a bulky set there, as you can see with the leftovers. It's built for bulk. It's also, I'd say it's got pretty good attack stat anyway, so you probably don't need too much attack on it there, judging on the damage there. So, unfortunately, I hit myself in confusion from the Swagger and the +1 from Power Punch. It was a bit of a risky play there. I could have gone for a Drain Punch, but in this case, I don't think I was going to win this matchup. Like, I just got terrible luck. I got paralyzed so many times in a row. So, Graplock is going to go down. I have to avenge the Graplock, though. Now, I do have my Serena here to use. I could try and stop this out of Oblivion, but then I'm thinking, nah, it's not going to do enough damage. I'll get paralyzed and stuff too, and the whole shenanigans will go again. So now Luxray is going to go for a Swagger. So like, okay, the only move that Luxray can actually do to me, the only attacking move is going to be Bite, right? And Bite not going to be able to do too much at all. So my Mamoswine, right, is going to be going for an Earth Power, and of course I hit myself in confusion. So I'm kind of lucky that I'm running a special one, right, not a physical one. Now, we got a special attacking Mamoswine here. We had max speed and max special attack. I ran Modest Nature on this one as well, and obviously I ran max speed there. So I'm going to get hit by the Bite. They're going to try and flinch me, and I hit myself again. Man, this is not going very well. This Luxray is super annoying, and all the time, right, all the time I'm not able to attack it. It's healing itself off for leftovers, right? So basically, you're trying to incapacitate the opponent, get your health back there, and, you know, try and take it out. So I finally get an Earth Power off. I almost said Ancient Power, and the Lion King is going to go down in the crowd of zebras or what. I know, the buffalo things. The buffalo. Was it buffaloes that, Mufasa got was it buffaloes? I think that Mufasa got trampled by. I can't remember. I think it was buffaloes. Lion King people, let me know in the comment section. All right, so Raichu's going to come and Shrek me with like water gun, and down goes my Mamoswine. But don't worry, people. I still got 4 Pokemon remaining. So we're going to be going into Rollout now. I thought this would be a good Pokemon to go into. It's pretty thick. and I need to get those rollouts up really, really quick. So we got the Raichu swapping out there, and we got the Boltund coming in. So like, okay, that's fine. Rollout is going to miss. Unfortunately, that's really, really bad. So now I'm not going to get another chance of getting... I could have had a second rollout. Would have done some good damage. So now the Boltund's going to use Discharge. It's going to paralyze me too. And then I get paralyzed like right after. So man, that was actually pretty lucky. And now the Boltund's going to go for another Discharge there. And it's up done over half my health. And I get paralyzed again. So like, man, this is kind of unlucky with all those paralyzes, right? So now Boltund's going to go for another Discharge. This time it crits me. And at that stage, right, I was like, I'm thinking, right, instead of going for a rollout, this is going to take too long. I've got to go for Explosion. Like, at that stage of the second paralyze, that's where I decided I've got to do some damage, right? Because this Boltund's going to get away with, like, everything, right? So the Boltund is going to go down in one shot to the Explosion. Thank goodness I ran Explosion on that set. And Licky Licky is also going to go down there, took itself out. So I've taken 3 Pokemon out and 3 of my team is down. So fairly even at the moment. So now comes a Yeet Dinosaur. I'm going to call it that anyway. So we got Sudowoodo. Firstly, I want to see what moves this thing was going to use. So I throw that Protect up. I wonder what it's going to do. So it's going to go for Breaking Swipe. Now, the only problem about Breaking Swipe is going to be super effective. However, it's going to drop my attack at the same time. It's like, I just want to mimic this move. So it's going to hit me with Breaking Swipe and it's going to drop my attack there. Interesting sort of move to run on. So I'm thinking, okay, if it's using that sort of move, I'm thinking it's going to be sort of like some sort of bulky or support set, right? Like Breaking Swipe's really good for that. So that question was sort of answered when they went for a Fire Spin. So my Sudowoodo is going to be trapped in by Fire Spin. So now I'm going to go for the Breaking Swipe on the Yeet Dinosaur. It's about a 5-hit KO, right? And probably practically dropping very fast if it does hit me with more, Breaking Swipes there. So I'm locked into the Fire Spin there. I'm trapped in by that. And it's going to keep spamming the Breaking Swipe against me. Not that it's doing a lot of damage, but Fire Spin is going to, it's going to be really bad because I can't swap out and I'm going to have to try and take this thing out. And I can't really do too much damage. And I've got like a shaky sort of accuracy main stab move too. So the Head Smash is going to miss there. I'm already down to like half health after the next hit. The item Citrus Berry is actually kind of handy there, but as you can see, I'm already down to half health again, and it keeps dropping my attack over and over again. So Head Smash finally connects. The problem is it's a little bit too late there because I'm already at like -3 in attack there, and my Sudowoodo just isn't doing the damage right. So now we got another Breaking Swipe here. They can pretty much keep using Breaking Swipe here, dropping my attack and hoping that I don't get a crit. So go for another Head Smash, and Head Smash misses again. Man, I really have not had good luck in this battle with the RNG guys, right? So the next move is Breaking Swipe yet again, and Sudowoodo is going to go down. Man, that got absolutely destroyed there, and there was nothing I could have done. So the next Pokemon, I've only got 2 left, is a Fairy move, which is my Sylveon. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go for Echoed Voice here and boost that, boost that. And obviously, they're going to go for a rest here. I thought they may have some form of recovery, and I was right. So obviously, with the Pixelate and Echoed Voice, it's going to get exponentially stronger using Echoed Voice in a row, right? So I thought this would be great. I can power up my Echoed Voice, and it's doing a lot of damage. So the next one is probably going to take this out. I'll get very, very close, right? So the Yeet Dinosaur is going to be asleep now. I was like, the only move it can do is Fire Spin. That's it. The other move is not going to affect me because I'm like a Fairy type, So Breaking Swipe is not going to affect me. That's cool. I could go for a second Echoed Voice here on the Yeet Dinosaur, and it's going to get yeeted. So we got 2 more Pokemon left. We got that Raichu from early on and one other known Pokemon. So Mouse Police is going to come in there. Some of these names are flying over my head. I'm sure it's a reference or a theme to something. I'm sure someone in the comment section can answer that one. I get paralyzed again. What's going on? And I get paralyzed right afterwards. So we got the Echoed Voice here, and Raichu is going to get smacked by that. That's the 3rd Echoed Voice in a row. So this is hitting very, very hard right now. The last Pokemon is the Torracat. Nice to see a Torracat being used. It's going to drop my attack. Not going to matter. I'm not running a Fizzle set today. And I'm thinking, if I go for a Misty Explosion, right, Misty Explosion is not going to take it out. If I go for an Echoed Voice is going to hit extremely hard, even though I resist it, right, it's on its 4th one, so that base power is very, very high. Plus, I won't sacrifice myself, too. So we got the Dynamax Torracat here, probably the first time you guys have seen this, and I can go for Echoed Voice and definitely do some decent damage, right? So we got the Max Play here from the Torracat. My last Pokemon is a Grass type, too, so I was a little bit worried about that one, too. So it almost takes me out there. I'm thinking, oh, please, don't paralyze me. I don't get paralyzed. I get the Echoed Voice off. Look at the damage there. I actually get a critical hit, which is really, really good there. Obviously, the next turn, it's going to be able to take me out with a Max Flare here. But I did burn up 2 turns of Dynamax, which was pretty Galaxy Brain there. Because now they can only use 1 more turn of Dynamax. and I haven't Dynamax yet here. So my last Pokemon is the Stomping Serena. Now, I know that I probably could possibly most definitely get outsped here. So what I'm going to do, right, I've got to go for Dynamax, and I've got to go for a Max Guard, right? That will put them out of their Dynamax, and then they're sort of forced to use their Fire-type move out of Dynamax, which is going to be a lot better than, you know, Max Flare, right, with, I'm thinking about the moveset it's got. I'm thinking they've got something along the lines, they could have Flare Blitz, they could have Fire Fang. That were the physical moves that I knew that were, you know, best on a Torracat, or a physical Torracat, right? So we got a Max Flare here, that's going to hit my big old, it's going to say something else then, my big old Max Guard there, and they're out of Dynamax, which is nice. So now I can go for a Max Stomp and take this out. It turns out it had Fire Fang, so that was a good call there, and it burns me. Man, I don't think I've been this status for in a long time in a battle. That's crazy. The last attack is going to take the cat on Boots out. And that, my friends, is the second battle. There's some crazy RNG in that. Hope you enjoyed both these battles. I should be back with another theme team tomorrow, judging on my voice. And I'll catch you then, people. Peace out.